9 crypto exchanges closed in one operation, more than 20 people detained, and it all happened inside Moscow's glass skyscraper district. That is the situation right now, on Friday the 7th of August, 2026. Russia's Federal Security Service, the FSB, working alongside the Interior Ministry, raided a cluster of unregistered currency and crypto offices in the Moscow city business towers. Investigators say the network handled around $2 million in criminal money. These were gray market shops. You walk in with a bag of rubles, you walk out with Bitcoin or Tether, and nobody asks who you are. That anonymity is exactly the point, and exactly why the state has finally moved on them. Here is the part that explains the timing. Just this week, President Putin signed a new law allowing only registered companies to operate as crypto exchanges in Russia, with caps on how much retail buyers can hold. Enforcement has arrived within days of the rulebook. That is not coincidence, it is a demonstration. The second change is the framing. The FSB claims the cash came from scam call centers based in Ukraine, which allegedly phoned Russian citizens, tricked them into handing over savings, then used these Moscow offices to convert and move the money abroad. That turns a licensing matter into a national security matter, which is why the FSB is leading this rather than ordinary police. So what does this actually change for people? For years these offices were the practical on-ramp for Russians locked out of Western banking by sanctions. Close 9 of them overnight, and demand does not disappear, it relocates. Expect wider spreads, meaning worse exchange rates, and more business shifting into peer-to-peer deals arranged over Telegram, which is riskier for the user, not safer. There is pressure from the other direction too. In late May 2026, Britain sanctioned the HTX exchange over support for Russia, and on May 27, 2026 it targeted Georgia-linked crypto firms already under investigation in Tbilisi. Russian crypto users are now being squeezed by Moscow and London simultaneously. Where does this go from here? In the near term, expect more raids rather than fewer, because the new law hands officials a clean legal basis they did not have before, and registration deadlines create an obvious enforcement calendar. The likely outcome is consolidation. A small number of licensed, closely monitored venues survive, and everything else either shuts or goes underground. Watch 2 signals. First, whether these 20+ detentions become formal charges or quietly fade, which would suggest a warning shot rather than a purge. Second, whether the volume resurfaces in Dubai, Georgia, and Central Asia, the usual relief valves. Retail holding caps make some of that outflow close to inevitable. The takeaway is simple. This is not Russia turning against crypto. It legalized and licensed exchanges in the same week it raided them. This is Russia seizing control of the door between physical cash and digital assets, because whoever controls that door sees who is moving money, and decides who is permitted to. If you touch crypto anywhere in the world, the lesson travels. Unlicensed cash conversion is the piece regulators attack first, everywhere. Use licensed venues, know your counterparty, and treat the anonymous exchange kiosk as a product with an expiry date. Today's raids in Moscow are one more sign that the informal era of crypto is quietly ending.